Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Stock Price Predictions, where I give y'all an update on all the news involving the stock market. And this is the only place you need to tune into to get all the news that is regarding the stock market. What's making it move up, what's making it move down. Especially right now, we're focused on the Fed, interest rates, and what's going on with that. Also a recession. Lots to talk about in this video regarding a recession, retail investors, what they're doing, where they're putting their money, and all kinds of things. Not financial advice. Remember, do your own research when investing. But if y'all would, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and watch this video all the way to the end. First thing I want to get into is retail investors. Retail investors are not selling. Okay, I looked at the chart earlier. We are the only ones left that are not selling. Okay, we got mutual funds. They're selling. Short sellers, they're selling. All kinds of big Wall Street companies, they're all selling. They all started selling back in January. Here it is June, and I went and looked at the chart earlier, and retail investors are still holding. They are not selling. Now, one statistic that I've seen is the bottom doesn't come. If you're wondering about when the bottom comes, the bottom doesn't come until everyone sells, including retail investors, which are always last to sell. And when the stock market is falling and collapsing like what we have right now. But retail investors are not selling, they're holding. And guess what? The retail investor is down 35% in their portfolio. The average retail investor is down 35% in their portfolio right now. But you know what? We keep buying and holding. That's what we're doing. We are learning. Retailers got popular in investing in 2020. It really took off. But they have learned a lot. We have all learned a lot. We are buying, we are holding, even though we are down 35%. Now, the amount that retail investors are buying is going down some. We were buying $1.36 billion a day in stocks, buying and holding. We are now down to $1.1 billion in stock. So we are still buying a lot. We're buying more than institutions, and we are holding more than institutions. So we are doing very well. Some good news regarding the a possible U-turn for the United States Fed is that the European banks, the Federal Reserve over there, are going to keep their interest rates where they are at. They are not going to continue to rise. They're not going to continue to tighten. They are on the verge of a recession, which I think they are in a recession right now. I also think the USA is in a recession right now. But they are freezing. They just announced they are not raising rates. So tomorrow, could we get that crazy news? I doubt it. I think Jerome Powell wants to still scare everyone that he's going to keep raising rates just until inflation starts to come down. Speaking of inflation, we have a huge CPI report coming out tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. So when you wake up, you're going to see what that report was. Because, Wall Street, they get this information first. So about 4 o'clock in the morning, the stock market's either going to be up about 3%, or it's going to be down about 3%. So as soon as you check your phone, you already know what's going to happen about 8:30 when that CPI report comes out. Whether it's going to be good or whether it's going to be bad. So I actually think it's going to be good. I believe that, well, not only do I believe, but when you look at the charts, you see that inflation peaked in April. It started to invert and start coming down in May. So as long as we can continue that downtrend, we will be good. I'm very excited for this CPI report because I really do think that we will have good news and that the Federal Reserve will see it, will lighten up, and money will start to go back into the stock market. Oh, another interesting thing that I've seen today is that the S&P 500 has been at a bottom since May 17th, May 24th, has been at a bottom, and it has been continuing to go up. Now, in the past, here recently in the last, since about, I think it was January or February, the reason the S&P 500 was going up was due to people or institutions buying the index fund, okay? But that is starting to reverse. Okay, the S&P 500 is holding its bottom and it's going up now because people and institutions, retail investors, are buying individual stocks more. They're not buying the whole index fund or the index fund, causing it to go up and to hold its bottom. They're buying individual stocks. So more risk is starting to take place in the stock market because when you're buying index funds, that's low risk. Oh, sorry about that. Consumers are now buying single stocks. So that's very good for the stock market, showing that they are going to take risk on. Sorry about that. All right, got it fixed. All right, so yeah, they're starting to come with risk on. All right, so sorry about that, guys. Okay, so they're buying individual stocks, and they're not just buying the index funds. Okay, it's going up. People are buying single stocks. Another interesting fact that I've seen is, guess what the most popular stock is right now? The last stock last week, or 2 weeks ago, the most popular stock being bought up by retail was Apple, which great company, can't go wrong with Apple, the long term. But this week, in the last 2 weeks, has been Amazon. The split. So retail investors are piling into Amazon right now, piling in. I would love to see Amazon get under $100. That would be a great buy. So let's see what happens. But yeah, Amazon right now is the most popular stock for retail investors. Before that, it was Apple, and we're not buying index funds as much. People are starting to buy individual stocks, higher risk. So yeah, inflation should start to come down. Inventory's up, inventory's way up. Walmart and Target, their inventory is up 60% this year. They got tons of inventory. Everything on sale. If you go through there, TVs, clothes, you see sale signs everywhere. They can't get rid of the inventory. People are not spending. The traffic going into Walmart and Target is way down. It's down 30%. So people are not spending money now. Another thing that we have going on is credit debt. Credit debt, people on their credit cards, the credit debt right now has not been this high since 2008. All right, that is bad. So lots of credit debt is being owed right now. People are not spending as much money right now. Gas prices are high. People aren't spending their money on other things. They're just buying gas. So that's going to drive inflation down. So we have all these things working for us to bring inflation down. Hope you guys like this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are going to get inflation down. Jerome Powell needs to be back on our side. He needs to make that U-turn so we can get some money back into the stock market, because we are in a recession right now. It has not been announced, but we are in a recession. And we are going to be in a recession for probably a year, probably till 2023, the end of 2023. We had so much of a boom in this economy that it needs to balance itself back out again. There was just too much money given out. Interest rates were too low. It caused a big bubble. So that bubble is popping now. They gotta rebalance everything, raise the interest rates, stop giving out stimulus, bring inflation back down. So hopefully we hit the U-turn on that tomorrow. The CPI report, let's hope it's good. We can have a good Green Friday and get our portfolios looking real nice. So hopefully that turns out good. I really think it will. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment in the comment section. Is Amazon your favorite stock right now? What are you buying? Was Apple your favorite stock before then? If not, what was your favorite stock? Let me know in the comment section. Also, what do you think about the CPI report tomorrow? Do you think that inflation is going to be going down? Do you think it's going to stay the same, or do you think it's going to be rising and going up? We know lumber's down, used car sales are down, or the used cars prices are down, lumber prices are down. The housing market, the sales are down 16% in May, 16% down. People are not buying houses. So all these things are good because it's going to make inflation come down. Hope you guys like this video. Please hit that subscribe button. I'll see y'all on the next one.